Hello, it is Hera and welcome to Healthy&Happy with Hera to discover the bright side of life. Today, I want to focus on a especially important topic, which is our mental health. More specifically, today we will focus on raising our self-esteem or help children to do so. We'll talk about the ways that low self-esteem affects our life and why it is important to raise it. We'll understand better the background of it and we'll learn methods to raise self-esteem, helpful mindsets, but also how to get help if you need it. If you have watched the previous episodes, I talked about success, and a vital part of it is being confident and having high self-esteem. For the people that do not know me, I am Hera. I am a healthcare professional, a business manager in the well-being sector, a model and a presenter. So, back to our topic now. We all have times when we lack confidence and do not feel good about ourselves. But when low self-esteem becomes a long-term problem, it can have a harmful effect on our mental health and our everyday life. So what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is the opinion we have of ourselves. So when our self-esteem is low, we tend to see ourselves and our life in a more negative and critical light. We also feel less able to take on the challenges of life. Low self-esteem often begins in childhood. Our social environment sends us positive and negative messages about ourselves. Expectations of you, stress, and difficult life events can have a negative effect. Personality can also play a part. Some people are just more prone to negative thinking, while others set impossibly high standards for themselves. Now, let's have a look at the following video where Beyoncé talks about negative comments and the mindset you should have about them.
Now, if you've ever been called dumb, unattractive, overweight, unworthy, untalented, well, so have I. Whatever you do, don't let negativity of people projecting their own self-doubts on you deter you from your focus. I know those moments are painful. And you're human and it hurts like hell, but now is the time to turn those criticisms into fuel and motivation to become a beautiful beast.
How does low self-esteem affect us? If you have low self-esteem or confidence, you may hide yourself away from social situations, stop trying new things, and avoid things you find challenging. In the short term, this might make you feel safe. In the longer term, this can backfire because it reinforces your underlying doubts and fears. It teaches you that the only way to cope is by avoiding things. Living with low self-esteem can harm your mental health and lead to problems such as depression and anxiety. You may also develop unhelpful habits such as smoking and drinking too much. So, how to have healthy self-esteem? To boost your self-esteem, you need to identify the negative beliefs you have about yourself and then challenge them. You may tell yourself that you have zero IQ, for example, or that nobody cares about you. Start to note these negative thoughts and write them on a piece of paper or in a diary. Next, start to write some evidence that challenges these negative beliefs, such as, I'm really good at crosswords, or my sister calls me for a chat every week, so actually that means that she cares about you. Write down other positive things about yourself and also good things that other people say about you. Aim to have at least 5 positive things on your list and add to it regularly. Then, put your list somewhere that you can see it. That way you can keep reminding yourself that you are okay. Remember that even if you might have low confidence now, you can grow and develop new ways of seeing yourself at any age. You just need to work on that. We all can evolve and be a better version of ourselves. Let's have a look at the following video where people talk about their thoughts and small tips that help them.
Yeah, no, for me it was always from childhood. But I think as it got towards my teenage years, I think it took over almost. I mean, everyone's critical of themselves mostly, and but it's at a point when it has taken over you, and it's almost like you've got this little enemy up here that's being critical of everything you're doing, and you can't do this, and you've just sort of, if you've given up.
And now, again, awareness, being aware of it and trusting yourself.
Because your brain is so powerful that you can make yourself believe whatever you want to believe. If someone said something nice, just the smallest little compliment, I had to write it down. You could read that back when you were feeling bad and going, do you know what, there is some worth to me. I'm not this image of myself that I see when I look.
The nicest thing I've got at home is 5 or 6 little birthday cards or little notelets that people have written me, like messages out of the blue or for an occasion, and I read it back. I keep them in a drawer, and I look at them when I hideous days, or a few photos, little things. Have a good day.
You can't argue with it if it's
if
right
it's
there.
there.
It's like, no, someone did say something.
Another thing that you can do is to recognize what you are good at and focus on that. Because we all have something that we are good at, and remind that to yourself. Also remind past successes to yourself. For example, you may have a goal and that you tried a lot about it and then you achieved it and that you're proud about it. Remind it to yourself anything that you're proud of. Knowing that you have achieved some goals in the past can give you the confidence that you can do it again. Also, build positive relationships. If you find certain people tend to bring you down, try to spend less time with them or tell them how you feel about their words or actions. Try to build relationships with people who are positive, who appreciate you, motivate you, and inspire you about their behavior and mind. Also, be kind to yourself. Being kind to yourself means being gentle to yourself at times when you feel like being self-critical. Think what you say to a friend in a similar situation. We often give far better advice to others than we do to ourselves. Would you say to your friend that they have zero IQ? Probably no. Moreover, learn to be assertive. Being assertive is about respecting other people's opinion and needs and expecting the same from them. It's about picking up hints and tips from people you admire, learning from them, and letting the real you come out. Also, start saying no. People with low self-esteem often feel they have to say yes to other people, even when they do not really want to. The risk is that you become overburdened, angry, and maybe depressed. For the most part, saying no does not upset relationships. It is okay to say no. Trust your judgment, choose the way that you will say it, because this makes a difference many times, and explaining your reasons also helps too. Sometimes saying no will show that you have self-respect, and in this case, most of the time, it will make others value you more. In addition, give yourself a challenge. We all feel nervous or afraid to do things at times, but people with healthy self-esteem do not let these feelings stop them trying new things or taking new challenges. Set yourself a goal, such as join an exercise class. Achieving your goals will help to increase your self-esteem and will make you feel happy for overcoming your fears and excited for the new achievements. Furthermore, talk to others and show your thoughts and feelings. Sharing your thoughts with a person that you trust will give you the chance to listen to another opinion and see things from a different perspective. At this point, I want us to watch the following video where people share their thoughts and feelings and talk about labels and the mindsets.
I got bullied quite a bit, and then after that I was just a bit shy, I guess. So I struggled a lot with confidence and self-esteem. And then when I was 13, I moved to England, and then I had language difficulties as well as self-esteem difficulties. So I didn't speak much at all, which gave me more anxiety and suddenly spiraled into depression and this sort of thing.
I was pretty young, I was in year 9, and I began restricting my intake for quite a while.
I suppose I wouldn't define myself by my difficulties. They are a part of me, but I don't feel like they define who I am, no way. I feel like they have sculpted over the years some of my defining traits, There were factors of them, but they aren't actually the things that define me, if that makes sense. But there's other things that I would say that define me. I'd say I'm quite creative. I really like chemistry. I try to focus more on positive things when describing myself.
So, I mean, I like to take photographs, I like to write, a lot of sort of creative things. It's just sort of writing because I want to remember what happens and I want to have a sort of indication of how far
I'm more than those labels.
How can you define a person? Because there are so many sort of facets of their personality and character that is them, and you can't put a label on it.
Most of all, what I would like you to remember, and you will listen this many times from me, is the below. We cannot change the past, but we can change our present and future. There are things that depend totally on us, and if we do not work on them, they will never change. Self-esteem is one of them, and it can change your entire life, because being confident will encourage you to do more, to achieve more, to be more. Remember that no one is perfect, so why should you? Embrace your flaws, improve where you want, and focus on your strengths. All of those make you a unique person in the world, so respect that person and love that person. Most importantly, remember that only you have the power and you can change the situation. Also remember that the way you feel about you many times reflects on others, because your body language says much more than your words do. If you believe that you can achieve something, or that you are worth of a job, a position, a good behavior, or whatever, it is more likely for others to believe that too. So, believe in you. Ready? To gain that power, push the button now. So regarding mental health, 1 in 6 people experienced a common mental health problem, such as anxiety and depression in the past week. Let's have a look at the following video where you will find out more about mental health and how to get help.
In life, as in football, we all go through highs and lows. We can all sometimes feel anxious or stressed. At moments, even the little things can seem a struggle. But we can all start to change things. It only takes a minute to get started.
So, Public Health England, in partnership with the NHS, has launched Every Mind Matters. Every Mind Matters aims to help people take simple steps to look after their mental health, improve their mental well-being, and support others. There, you will find a lot of resources regarding your situation, from simple tips to where you can find more support, where you can call, and what free applications are available that can help you improve, of course, your mental health. So that's all for today. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like and share the video if you are watching us from social media, and subscribe to YouTube channel at Healthy and Happy with Hera, and there you will also be able to watch the videos with subtitles. So thank you so much for spending your time with me today. See you soon in the next episode, in 1 week actually. Until then, take care. Bye.